Rear Admiral John Hutson quietly disemboweled Trump in his speech at the DNC last night. Let's watch.
Donald Trump calls himself the law and order candidate, but he will violate international law. In his words, he endorses torture at a minimum. He'll order our troops to commit war crimes like killing civilians. And he actually said, you have to take out their families. And what did he say when he was told that was illegal? He said, our troops won't refuse. Believe me. This very morning, he personally invited Russia to hack us. That's not law and order, that's criminal intent. He even mocks our POWs like John McCain. I served in the same Navy as John McCain. I used to vote in the same party as John McCain. Donald, you're not fit to polish John McCain's boots. Our strength comes from who we are and who we've always been, our humanity. If we lose our humanity, we lose the battle and we lose the war. ISIS and other radical groups have no humanity. That's their weakness. Our enemy can't defeat us militarily. Victory for them won't be found on the battlefield. For them, victory is to make us more like them. People who torture, who destabilize the international order, who target innocents because they don't look like them and don't pray like them. Donald Trump is a walking, talking recruiting poster for terrorists. And that's not hyperbole. That's not hyperbole. ISIS literally used Trump in a commercial.
So finally, people are saying it. I said it from day one. This is the line of attack you should use. Talk about how he says, I'm going to kill civilians. You have to talk about that because that's inexcusable. The biggest defenders of Donald Trump can't agree with that. And if they do agree with that, then they're just admitting, I am a lot like ISIS. So, okay, go ahead. He's saying, I will on purpose kill civilians. If you say, I agree with that, okay, you're at the very least a terrorist sympathizer. Or you think when we do terrorism, it doesn't count as terrorism, even though it is terrorism. So when you say that, you force everybody who agrees with Trump to go on the record. I'm a cretinous, immoral bastard. That's why you have to attack this way. Torture. When you talk about torture. Okay, that is a fucking stain on the United States of America. What a dark, dark period. What a dark chapter. Extrajudicial prison, Guantanamo, which is still open even though Obama's been slowly releasing the people who are there and who are remaining, who there's no evidence that they're fucking guilty, by the way. We know how we got a lot of people there. It was bullshit. We took them from fucking Afghan warlords and they said, this is Al-Qaeda, sure. And it wasn't. But when we did all this stuff, everybody in the U.S. looks at that with horror and disgust. Actually, that's not fair. Not everybody. There are polls that show that some people, the crazy Republicans, are like, yeah, that's awesome. But all normal people with a basic moral compass go, oh, that's disgusting. And we're copying our enemies when we do that. We put Japanese soldiers to death for waterboarding our soldiers in World War II. But now we get to World War people and go, well, what do you mean? It's not bad at all. And Trump says, that's just the beginning. The World War is just the beginning. I'll go further. And I'll torture, quote, even if it doesn't work. So I'm not even trying to get intelligence or anything. I just want to torture because I'm a bloodthirsty prick. When you have somebody, Rear Admiral John Hutson, what are you going to question his fucking patriotism? What are you going to question his motives in this? What, is he some sort of liberal pussy who, he don't know what he's talking about? This is a guy who served the country. And he brings up John McCain. Hey, Donald Trump's not fit to shine John McCain's boots. You know what he's referring to, right? Trump said at one point in the campaign that, in reference to John McCain, Well, you know what? You know what? I like people who weren't captured, okay? That's who I like. So John McCain got fucking captured and tortured in Vietnam, and, fucking buffoon, fuckface, fascist boy Donald Trump is like, you know what? A hero. What hero? I like people who weren't captured, okay? That's what I like. Okay, this guy can say that and then still get away with it? If anybody else said that, over. It's over. It's over. Your presidential ambitions are done. But he says, and he just skirts over it because of his personality. So what do you have to do? You have to take him down a peg. People think it's impossible. It's not impossible. You just have to do it the right way. You just have to have the right speakers go up there and make the right points. This guy silently, quietly, calmly destroyed, eviscerated Donald Trump. Let's see somebody make this case and do it in a way that's charismatic, and then he's got no chance. You out-Trump Trump by being just as loud as he is, just as obnoxious as he is, just as arrogant and just as sure of yourself as he is, but you make all the right points that are factually correct. You talk about, hey, jackass, oh, law and order, I'm going to keep America safe. Law and order, my ass cheeks. You just said the Geneva Conventions is, quote, the problem. Law and order, law and order, law and order, except the ultimate law. That I don't care about. Constitution, I don't care about. The 8th Amendment protects from cruel and unusual punishment, and your ass wants to torture. That is, by definition, cruel and unusual. Please spare me. We could take this motherfucker down a few pegs by pointing out just how beyond the pale he is and doing it properly. So I loved Rear Admiral John Hutson's speech here. I need to see a lot more of this. This is how you beat Trump. You let people know. Bring it home, baby. Circle it all the way back around and let everybody know the bottom line here, which is, this is a guy who says he's going to torture. This is a guy who says he's going to kill civilians. That will make you less safe. Not only does that mean we are copying ISIS tactics now, well done, genius, but that makes us less safe because you're going to create more enemies against the United States. This is basic stuff, guys. It's not that hard to figure out. You kill somebody's aunt, you kill somebody's child, you kill somebody's grandma or grandpa, they might want revenge. They might join a group that's going to carry out revenge. You want to create more jihadists or you want to create less jihadists? You tell me, which one do you want to do? I think we all know what we want to do. This isn't to say Hillary Clinton is great, because she's not. She's also a disaster and a dumpster fire in her own right. But at least she has the sense to know that torturing, announcing you're going to torture, and killing civilians and saying that's the point is not something you do. So this is how you destroy Donald Trump. Keep focusing on him, and then Hillary has a good chance of winning the election. If you don't do it, then he's going to win the election, because if he sets the framework and he's able to define the election as he wants, namely super corrupt, super pro-establishment, anti-establishment for the average guy, if he gets to set that table, then you can forget it, and we'll be saying President Trump very soon.